Okay, so I'm going to do a reading that I'm going to copy off Sienna Rose. If you have not seen her Canadian election videos, even after the election, they're still good. Go back and watch, because she did each one of the candidates, Scheer and Trudeau and Mary something and Jagmeet Singh, and she did another guy that I forget his name, but anyway, go watch those, because she spoke of energy with each one of the people. How would the energy be of Canada if such and such were to get elected? So that's what I want to do now. Because what's happening right now is what happens here all the time. Well, as of late. When Trump was elected, California wanted to secede from the Union, which means they wanted to be their own country. When Obama was elected, Texas wanted to secede from the Union. And I'm like, seceding is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because you do know, with being your own country, you have to now be your own country. And people were like, yeah, we got our own in California. We got our own gold. We got our own this. We got our own that. And we can sustain our own economy. How? Without American money. You do know, as your own country, you are no longer under American protection. So we can just invade you and take you back, number one. But you have no army, because the army belongs to us. You have no currency, because the currency belongs to us. So what are you going to do? Your power grid belongs to us. So you're going to have to run your own power grid. We'll talk about PG&E later. But so seceding is just not the best thing in the world for you to do. With that being said, there is now this thing called Wexit, I guess you want to call it, which is a Western exit. Some people want to leave Canada because they got the horrible blackface SNC Lavalin and Trudeau running their country. So they want to secede from Canada. But I'm not doing a reading on that because you're not seceding. So that's, no, you're not doing that. I want to know, what is the energy like now? Because this is a big deal. He won his election, scraping by, but he won. And now people are butthurt about it, which, of course, that's natural, because that's how we were when Trump won, so. So what do we got here? Actually, let's do this instead. 14, 15, 16. Well, overall energy is the Tower. The Tower is not always bad, but we shall see. Because sometimes some things need to end in order for others to begin. So, let's see what we got. We start with Six of Swords, transition. Eight of Pentacles, working, hard work. Ace of Swords, there's clarity, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is basically asking, what do you want? Queen of Pentacles are about something tangible. So what's happening right now is, I think there's going to be an effort for muddying the water so that you don't know clearly where you're headed. Trudeau's going to do this to us. Trudeau's going to do that to us. Trudeau's going to do this to us. And what you want may have a champion in a bigger voice, or not a bigger voice as in better platform, but just bigger voice as in louder mouth. And so somebody's going to come out and try to muddy the water and take away the clarity. So that's why we start with the Tower. It's like there is an opposition to him because he won. Some people didn't want him to win, so it's a bad transition. Eight of Swords, the Lovers. Four of Swords, the Star. But there is a pushback. The Eight of Swords is about being entrapped, being powerless. Right now he's the winner and there's nothing you can do about it. There's the Lovers. The people get on board. The Four of Swords. Some people, this is usually the card of rest, but some people are going to come out of hiding on this one, and because there is a future that they all need to fight for. So this is not like underneath the clarity, because the Four of Swords, like, we need to put this to rest because he won. Now let's move on to the next agenda. Not continue to push back on nonsense or with nonsense. Push back with something legitimate. The Chariot, so he will get there eventually. The Moon, there is still some trepidation about his new reign. There will still be some fighting and there is still some disappointment. So this is a division because you see we got bad, good, bad, and good. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just going to be an uphill battle. So, welcome to dysfunction, Canada. Here it is. But this does not seem to go on long. Maybe this is like a year's process. This is not something that's going to take 3 and 4 years to work out of their system. Because you have the Two of Pentacles, that's like the trying to balance but can't. Four of Wands, there's your government. The Eight of Wands, communication, and then eventually the battle is over. And Three of Wands is plans off the ground, tangible ones, so there is work being done. Likes to have a functioning government. Temperance, working together. High Priestess, there are some who are behind the scenes still who are trying to work to smear his name, but I don't know how many terms he can serve, but if this is his last one, then whatever. Nine of Pentacles. There is some security, so I mean he's fine. He's not going to be impeached or nothing like that. Death is in the environment, so there is still a major change coming to the harmony of Canada. Seven of Wands and Page of Cups. But, like I said, it ends well. There is a battle to be had, so yes, it's going to be ugly for a year. But after that, we move on to other things. So let's look and see how will Trudeau do. How will you do? How will you do? That's your brand new job. Eight of Wands. So communications. Page of Cups. Or something emotional. Ace of Wands or Ace of Pentacles. Opportunities. Well, get ready for some new rules or some old plans coming into action. The Eight of Wands, about his communications, and they are well received because these are emotions. The Ace of Pentacles is the new opportunities. This is going to be his new rules, and they're going to be implemented here in his outcome with the Nine of Cups, which is the Wishes card, and then I clarified it with messages of action. Ten of Cups, there is going to be a harmony restored, but it's going to be a big transition first. I think his problem right now is going to be bipartisanship because he doesn't have all the same players. But there is work to be done, and it's nice to hold your government accountable. There are going to be new people that are going to be in his environment that some are going to be better than others. Because here is the bickering and the fighting, and then here is sort of the new relationships for others. So, or from others. So you'll have good and you'll have bad. But in the end, like I said, he has some wishes and he has some action. So he will still be able to function within his government. Well, good for you. I was pulling for you. My cards always got something negative to say about you, but I was like, no, he's going to win. He's gonna. But I think what happened was, I guess you won just with the minority. But good luck to you and good luck to Canada.